All right, we are back. Okay, guys, got a small lot of candy containers. We're gonna bust into that. There is it's pretty much vanilla except for a couple of things, and I'll show you that. There's definitely some reasons why I bought this. I'm just going to start with these. These are some baseball card items that came in. I'll just get through those first, and then we'll get down to the candy. Now, there will be a bone shaker, which is a rare variant from the UK. So there's one of those coming today. I'm still waiting on my my box from the Ukraine. If you saw my live stream from yesterday, I pulled a Licka Girls bubblegum cap. This came with a piece of bubblegum and had a naked girl on it. And you're supposed to lick it. Yeah, pretty vile, grotesque, right up my alley, actually. Yeah, so I don't think I'll ever leave baseball cards alone, and I'm always getting in bits and pieces, nothing high stakes. Here's a Matt Olson card. It's a refractor of some sort. I can't remember why I bought it. Just being from Georgia, I'm a Braves fan, and we're certainly thankful for Olson being here. Next piece I picked up was this. I have an affinity for, the old baseball cards. Here's a T205 piece. His name was Russell. That helped seal the deal for me. I got it for a really great price. It's crazy what you can get these old cigarette cards for. If you think this is some Twilight Zone, like why are we looking at baseball cards? There's candy coming, don't worry. But like I was saying, I do dabble with sports cards. I've always dabbled with sports cards, and these are just some that I picked up. I've always wanted to own a Mickey Mantle. And this is the first time I've actually owned one. Sorry, I'm a little, having a little moment here. Let's come back to that. Jesus, that's fucking beautiful. Okay. Okay, so I got a lot, a little small group of candy containers in today, and it includes a bone shaker, coffin candy, which are pretty rare. If you like, values and stuff, they start around $40, and some go up to $150 depending on the color. There's more rare colors than the green one, and so they definitely have some, that's damn good value for a plastic candy container. And we could talk values if you want. No one rarely ever says anything in my live stream, so if you want to know anything, I can teach you the game. Okay, first thing out of the box is a late 70s to early 80s sloppy waffles. Now this one is sealed. You're in for a treat. Let's check it out. There it is. These were amazing novelty candies. They came with this is a piece of bubble gum. It's a waffle shaped. Notice they also colored it yellow. It also came with a packet of corn syrup that was in the color of syrup. And what a package. And these were never sealed back in the day. This is how you bought it. Kids could open it, they could lick it, put it back in, whatever. That's what she said. But, like nowadays, had they made this, it would have had a cello wrapper and all that. But that's how candy containers came. Let's put it over here by a 66 Mantle. This is a 1984 Topps Dirty Laundry candy. You might have saw my little special, my Instagram short that I did on these. I'm absolutely obsessed with Dirty Laundry candies. They're just amazing. This one is the rarest color, which is this fire orange color. That doesn't make it any more valuable. I'm just telling you, from collector to collector, this is the hardest color to find. Just a little fun fact there. But and I think it's because most kids, when they went to go buy these, this was probably the last color they wanted. I think pretty much everyone wanted the white one because it looked like an actual washing machine. Next up is early to mid 80s. Even, I don't know, these might have been around even in like around 1990 even. But this is Topps Crunchy Lunch. I always wish these looked more like lunch pails that I remember, but in fact, these are the types of lunch pails that they had in the 40s. I think about construction workers, sitting on top of a building, maybe in New York, maybe around Brooklyn even, eating their lunch out of something that looked like this, but theirs would have been black or gray. But Topps here, you can see the pizza through there. So this is what they chose, but I remember as a kid, it was very weird, very wacky that they called this a lunchbox, because even back then, as a kid, I never saw a lunchbox like this except in cartoons, like old-timey cartoons. Next up is a 1981, very good condition, by the way. You can actually read this one. These are called Boot Hill candies by Leaf Gum. I have the full box of these. It's really amazing. But if you don't know, Boot Hill is a cowboy town, and there's a cemetery, and they have a lot of funny epitaphs on them. And these are real epitaphs that you can go to Boot Hill. I forget the state. It might be Montana or something. I don't know. But anyway, you can go to that cemetery, and you can actually find this hairy variant on actual tombstone. Next up is our old friend Bubble Burger in that magenta that we saw the other day. This one is so mint. So mint. I don't think it's ever been opened. I honestly don't want to touch this. I showed you guys what these look like inside the other day. So if you don't mind, I don't want to risk breaking this clasp. Next up is a 1984 Playmate Cooler Candy. Let me get you in there. There you go. It was neat because, Playmate is an actual cooler brand, and I don't know how this company got the license, or I don't know how that all went down, but this is made by the brand Fun Foods that were pretty prolific in the early 80s. This I will show you. It comes with these candy tarts that are in the shape of a can. They even have, well, these don't, wow. I've actually never seen this variant before, but they usually are concave, and it has the little pull tab design on it. But what's really cool is it comes with a decal. This one happens to be the cola variant. There's other variants. There's even a beer variant. But these are to be wrapped around this, and you can make yourself a little candy cola. And it's a 6-pack, so when you have the beer variant, it's kind of fun to think about that you have a 6-pack cooler. They would never make that today, would they? Next up is a rare color for these. It's a Fleer mailbox candy. But this is the rare green one, which is the old one. So that's a neat little thing there. Something about this to me looks a little lighter than it should be, so I could be tripping. But I want to say this should be darker. So this is throwing me off a little bit. Let's put him over there by Mantle. Next up is a full school gym locker candy. These were made throughout the 80s and all that, but they come with different shapes of candy, like there's some underwear in there, stuff like that, some books. Next up is a 1981 Bug Off, I believe it's called. Yeah, by Topps. And yeah, it's dated. Is that 82? It should be 81. Yeah, 81. There you go. Boom. It's kind of weird because it worked out where the bone shaker's at the very bottom, so that kind of worked out. I always like to say the best for last, but here's another one of those mailbox, and we came to the last one. So yeah, so here we go. I'm looking over there at my other one. We're gonna have to look at this. You know, in the listing, I thought that this was a different color I didn't have. Now, I have never personally found any sort of extra variant of Bone Shaker ever in 20 years of collecting this shit. Until today. I was right. This is a different color. So let's pull out these other Bone Shakers. My little room up here is a fucking hot mess right now. You can clearly see it's a different color. Wow, it's distinctly different too. That's pretty fucking exciting. Let's get these laid out. Yeah, I'm still fucking around with these bubble burgers. I still need to go through them more, look at them a little closer. Anyway, so these are the colors of Bone Shakers. They have violet. This is not black, it's violet. I don't think it's, there you go. Violet. Just put them there. There's like a cyan blue, a sky blue. Really pretty. These come from UK, and they can also be found in Canada. Next up should be, green. That's what was throwing me off. Okay, green. Yeah, formal art teacher here, so they have to be in rainbow order. Next up, our yellow one. Notice the hinges are usually fucked up on these. Luckily, these all have their hinges. Well, let's check the new one. Wait, this one is sealed. Oh my god, I've never had a sealed one. I just realized this one is fucking sealed. We're fixing to check it out. Let's rush through this. Okay, so green. They made an orange, which is one of the rarest colors. They made the red one, which is the most common. They made kind of a dark pink or just pink Pepto-Bismol. And then they made this color too. So that's really exciting. So yeah, I've never seen the candy in these before in my life. While it's out, we can, so obviously we already had that one. So I'll put it there anyway. Okay. Everything has its place, right? Everything has its place. I'm gonna move this. Let me set up real quick, if you don't mind. Let me set up a money shot for everyone here. Let's do. This is going to close out the week because there's not going to be any live streams probably till Tuesday. We got 66 Mantle. Let's pull the Ukrainian Licka Girls Pog, Bubblegum Pog. Yeah, this works too. Buckshot, Shotgun Shell Candy. Let's put some Dirty Laundry in there. Why not? And let's not sleep on this one. It's a great piece. And yeah, anyway, that's good. Okay, so anyway, let's take a look. This is cool, man. I wasn't expecting this. This thing is sealed, so let's see what Bone Shaker candy looks like. I'm hoping there's skeleton pieces like there is with Mr. Bones. And here is a Mr. Bones that was just randomly hanging out right here. Okay, let's go in here. Man, these hinges are sketchy. Like they might want to break. Please don't break. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna pull these out. The candy's in impeccable shape. It looks mint. There is a skeleton in here that is not Mr. Bones. It's very close. I've never known anyone to ever open one of these or even have a sealed one. This might be the first time that these have been seen. I have never seen. I'm sorry, I keep saying this, but seriously, I've never seen a bone shaker opened. Bonbons. This one says made in England. That's really cool. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to sit here and make a skeleton, but just understand that's the head, that's the pelvis. These are shoulder blades. I think they go like this. Actually, I got a second. If you have a second, I guess we could maybe put this guy together real quick. Now, this is not to say that this has a whole skeleton in it. I don't want to assume that, but I don't want to jinx it mainly. Hopefully you get the point. So these do interlock, so you can literally lock these together like perfectly, like inside, the ends of them. Something like that. It's probably missing. I imagine the legs have an extra piece for them. There you go. Something like that. Man, that's pretty cool, man. I think this Mr. Bones actually has a head at least in it. There's not much in here. Yeah, this is what the candy typically looks like for these. They look just ratty, but yeah, clearly. Man, that's so similar though. Jeez. It's not though. Man, but it's so similar. That's the shoulder blade. It's smaller. Man, this is really interesting. I have, plenty of Mr. Bone skeletons that are in other places. I'll put this together and I might do like another little short or something, maybe put some spooky music to it. That's pretty damn spooky too. So yeah, anyway, sorry I'm all over the place. It's just kind of a crazy day. Hope you enjoyed at least some of that. Get out there and collect, man. That's what I do, man. That's where I find joy and peace. And but anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Russ Van out. I should have opened this last. Jeez, it fucked me up.